I put my mind to, that's fact. I want to be a so I start.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower in the fabulous European capital of Paris, France. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Wizards of Paris. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Darnold. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Great. 73.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. His second back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Hey, Silver.
Looking to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, Barkley. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Throwing is Hurts. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Darnold. Eluding the pressure. pressure right. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 7 from the 20. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Darnold now to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And that will keep this a three-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Don't touch that. Out, out, out. Out, out, out.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He targets Ingram for another grab. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Go Silver, right?
From the 41, Hurts. Flush to his right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17.
Now Hurts going to move him around.
Hey, 73, 73.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And they work this near the 5. They'll be stopped at the 6. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Mixon is in for a touchdown. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Shrugs it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. Saquon Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Motion man is Schwartz. On first down, Hurts. He finds his man complete. That's Harrington. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Mixing up the middle. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Motion man is Schwartz. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he fires one, but incomplete. fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Go Silver, ready? Hey!
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Wizards have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
163 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Saquon Barkley running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Darnold just beating the play clock. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Great.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Harrington. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Wizards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, there's some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Giants.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, 66 yards. And the Wizards are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off of play action, Darnold. Well, this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Faking the give, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they're going to speed things up here.
9 yards. 1st down, 2 yards.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Giants.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On the give, this is their fullback. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. A handoff to Barkley. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's caught by Waller out left side. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Patterson now for the extra point. Yeah, Darnold's going to change the play. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Wizards 34, Giants 24.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Second down. Here's Jalen Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Hey, 73, 63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They still can't get him. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Wizards are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And powering through at the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just